hi everybody. Welcome to today's episode of Tommy Maroon Sports Show right here on WCTV. Of course, we are so close to Christmas now, 17 days away. And whatever you celebrate during the holiday season, I hope you have a safe and healthy and very happy holidays and a Merry Christmas. And anyways, this episode is going to be kind of short considering the fact that all the seasons are starting to die out. Now that the high school football season's over, and it's hard for me to find what games are being played on Fridays and not. I'll try to get high school basketball games next week, by the way, and college football season's basically over. But you know what's not over? The Cleveland Cavaliers. Let's look at our player stats. Guys like Darius Garland, he's cool. 19.3 points per game, 7.3 assists per game, 1.2 steals per game. Let's address those two guys on the screen. The one on the left first, Evan Mobley with 14 points per game, 8.1 rebounds per game, and 2.6 assists per game. And then there's also Jarrett Allen, 17.3 points per game, 11.2 rebounds per game, and a 71% field goal percentage. 71% field goal percentage. That is unbelievable. Lauri Markkanen, 14.6 points per game, 6.1 rebounds per game, and an 86.1 free throw percentage. Ricky Rubio's free throw percentage is at 84.2. His points per game at 13.3. Assists are 6.2. Now it's time to look at the scores. That's right, Cavs Heat. And we beat the Heat 111-85. A good pal, Kevin Love, 22 points off the bench. Jarrett Allen, 19 points, 11 rebounds. Evan Mobley, 17 points, 11 rebounds. Tyler Hero for Miami, 21 points. Dwayne Dedman had 11 points, 13 rebounds. Heat were only winning by 2 at one point, and we led for almost the entire game. Now time for a big game. The Cleveland Cavaliers against the Washington Wizards. That's right, and the Cavs won it again. 116-101. Darius, 32 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds, which was so close to a triple-double. And anyways, Jarrett Allen had 28 points, 13 rebounds. Lauri had 15 points, and Denny Avdia, 16 points. Trash talker Kyle Kuzma, 12 points, because in case you were unaware, he said, without LeBron, Cleveland isn't crap. Yes, he said that about the Cavs. And guess what? We took it to him. Look at that score. And look at that throwdown by the big Jarrett Allen. He is one of my favorite players. So is Ricky Rubio. You know what? All these players are so much fun. Bradley Beal, 14 points. First quarter, as you saw, was close. And we were up by 36 at one point. Everything was going our way, wasn't it? Cavs against the Jazz, things did not go our way. We lost 109-108. Darius, 31 points, 5 threes. Jarrett, 17 points, 10 rebounds. Evan, 14 points, 11 rebounds. Donovan Mitchell, 35 points. Rudy Gobert, 20 rebounds. Bojan Bogdanovic, 16 points. Jazz were winning by 15. And we made a furious comeback towards the end, but we missed the last shot, and it ended up costing us. Quite a shame. What's also a shame is that we lost to the defending champions by a close score as well, 112-104. Jarrett, 25 points. Ricky, 7 points, 9 assists. Kevin, 15 points. Giannis, 27 points, 12 rebounds. Bobby Portis, 10 points, 16 rebounds. Chris Middleton, 21 points. Bucks led for almost the entire game, and they are now 3 games ahead of us. So now, Cavs against the Bulls, that's tonight. Where are the Bulls? Bulls are the second best team in the Eastern Conference right now. 17-8 on the season. Hard to believe that all over a quarter of the season just boom, gone by like that. And we are 13-12. We'd be in the play-in tournament. We'd play the Hawks. Keep in mind, the Hawks had a run to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. Charlotte would be playing Boston in the play-in tournament. I'm just saying, the Cavs could quite easily have 2, 3, 4 more wins. We could quite easily be up there with the Bulls and the Nets. We have been that good. And according here, Evan Mobley is leading for Rookie of the Year. Yes, he is. Rookie of the Year ladder, according to the NBA app, which is very good to see. He ought to win Rookie of the Year. He ought to win Rookie of the Year. When do we go? We also play Friday against Minnesota. Do we play Saturday? Yes, against Sacramento. Sacramento's not good. And then do we play Monday? Yes, against Miami again. And then Wednesday, I believe, against, the Rockets. Rockets suck, but they've gone on a winning streak lately. I think they've won their last 6 games. Anyways, now time for my favorite part of the show. You know this part of the show, my signature picks, Tommy's picks. Of course, now it's starting to slow down because, the high school football season is officially over. Division II, Winton Woods beat Archbishop Holman 21-10. That was a Thursday night game. Division IV, Clinton Massey beat Ursuline 29-28. That was Friday morning. Friday afternoon, Chardon beating Baden 21-14. Then Friday night, D1, St. Ed's against Springfield. It was a St. Ed's win, 23-13. St. Ed's claims the state championship once again. Division 7, Marion Local beat Newark Catholic 42-7. That was Saturday morning. Saturday afternoon, Cary beat Coldwater 26-14. And then Saturday night, Kirtland's hopes and dreams of another championship and continuing their winning streak came to an end, 20-16. But you know what? Kirtland is still one of the most feared high school football teams out there, and easily still one of, if not the best, dynasties in Division 5. College Football Conference Championships. In the Conference USA, UTSA beat Western Kentucky 49-41. In the Pac-12, Utah beat Oregon 38-10. In the Big 12, Baylor beat Oklahoma State 21-16. In the MAC, Northern Illinois took down Kent in Detroit. We'll get to Detroit in a minute. Sorry about that. Mountain West, there was a massive upset. San Diego State University fell 46-13 to Utah State. In the Sun Belt, number 24, Louisiana beat Appalachian State 24-16. In the SEC, Alabama pulls off what many people thought was an upset, except for me. I knew they were going to win it because it's Alabama at the end of the day and it's Georgia at the end of the day. Alabama typically beats Georgia, i.e., 2012 SEC Championship, 2018 College Football Championship, in which Georgia blew a lead. That was before the Braves won the World Series, however. Yes, sir. Anyways, Alabama did beat Georgia by a final score of, 41-23. And then you have the, who do you call them? Sorry about that. Just looking at something on my phone. The AAC, that's right, the AAC with a win, or with a Cincinnati win, 35-20 against Houston. And then the Michigan Wolverines punched their tickets to the college football playoffs with a win. A 42-3 win, which was quite unbelievable to see. And then Pitt beat Wake Forest 45-21 as Kenny Pickett faked a slide and went right into the end zone. Now time for the NFL. The Cowboys, there are some bullet points up there. I forgot. Must have forgotten. Cowboys beat the Saints 27-17. The Cardinals beat a team that should really fire Matt Nagy 33-22. And then the Chargers beat the Bengals 41-22. And it's another Free Willy winner. They have won 5 in a row, I believe. They're 6-7 out of the campaign, and they went from dead and out of it to salvaging their season now, albeit against weak teams. But you know what? They could quite easily lose to those teams. I'm starting to think they might make a push for it. Who's not making a push for it? Houston. They're dead. They're eliminated. Jonathan Taylor and the Colts put them to bed, 31-0. The Texans suck, but I'm pretty sure we all know that. And the Lions won! The Detroit Lions won! 29-27 on the very last play of the game. Detroit actually won a game of football. Oh my God. How do you lose to the freaking Lions? The Lions, for God's sake. This is like playing a college football team. How do you lose? That is unbelievable. They lost to the Lions. Mike Zimmer better get out. Mike Zimmer is probably going to be fired for that loss. Minnesota was barely clinging on to a lead, and Jared Goff throws the last second touchdown pass, and the Lions win. Unbelievable. And I'm playing the Six Flags theme. There's a funny Robot Chicken sketch about Six Flags. Mr. Six. It's pretty funny. You should watch it. Anyways, the Eagles beat the Jets 33-18. The Buccaneers beat the Falcons 30-17. Of course, the Falcons, Tom Brady's still their daddy. And the Rams beat Sucksonville 37-7. Hard to believe, as I will finally turn that off. I'm sorry, but that was worth a party, in my opinion. The fact that the Lions won. Anyways, Rams beat Sucksonville 37-7. And the football team is getting on a winning streak, 17-15. Is it time to put out hail to the football team? No. You have to wait until they clinch a playoff berth, and then you can sing it, just like what I did last year. And the Ravens went for 2. Why did the Ravens go for 2 when they have one of the best kickers in the history of the NFL that would easily force overtime and then perhaps give them a winning field goal? Once you stop Pittsburgh and Big Ben, you're stopping Big Ben Roethlisberger, who's his last season, old as dirt. Baltimore definitely lost that one, 20-19. And the Seahawks beat the 49ers 30-23. The Seahawks trying to salvage their season, but I think it's too little, too late. The Chiefs beat the Broncos 22-9. Something's telling me that the Bills aren't good anymore. Something's telling me that the Bills are starting to tail off, starting to struggle, because they just lost 14-10 to a team that only threw the ball 3 times. 2 completions, 19 yards. Mac Jones stat line, 2 for 3, 19 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions in a snowy, blistery, windy day in Buffalo. How do you lose to a team that runs the ball? And the Patriots are the best team in the AFC. Are we really going to see a Belichick-Brady Super Bowl again? Except this time it's going to be Belichick against Brady. Oh my goodness, this has been one of the craziest seasons in NFL history. Oh, the parity. Holy cow. Last week recap. High school football championships, I went 4-3. College football 5-5 with 7 points. In the NFL, 8-6 record with 9 points. So far in this crazy NFL season, I'm 108, 85-1 with 117 points. Now time for Tommy's picks, or my picks. A team that should fire Mike Zimmer. By the way, of course, you only see that's NFL, by the way. Of course, next week I intend to do high school basketball and college basketball, both boys and girls basketball for the high school level. Of course, I intend to do that. We'll talk more about it in a moment. Fire Mike Zimmer now against the Steelers. I'm picking the Steelers. The Browns against the Ravens. As much as I hate doing it, I'm picking the Ravens. And the Washington football team hosting the Cowboys. Upset alert. It's an upset alert. The Washington football team is going to upset the Cowboys and try to propel it to first place. Taylor Heineke, don't sleep on him. And then the Titans against Sucksonville. You're telling me that's going to be a football game? Well, the Titans are going to win despite all the injuries. And then Texans toast against Seattle. Picking Seattle. They're trying to salvage their season. Chiefs against the Raiders. Picking the Chiefs. Jets are back, I believe. Yes, they are. After not being there last week. And they're playing the Saints, who have gone skidding. They've lost 5 in a row. But I think the streak ends on Sunday with a win. Panthers against the Falcons. Dear God, someone has to win that game. I'm picking the Panthers with Cam Newton and now a new offensive coordinator, and now Chuba Hubbard, who is on my fantasy team and will be on the bench because he's expected to do worse than Nick Chubb and who else? Josh Jacobs and Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette has been probably a great addition on my fantasy team. Great draft pick for me. Of course, I really don't know what to do. I have a big running back dilemma. I'm in the playoffs, by the way, folks. It is one of the biggest times of the year. I'm in the quarterfinals going up against one of my dad's funny accounts. Of course, there is Dak Prescott, Brandon Ayuk, Mike Evans, Joe Mixon, Alvin Kamara, Cole Kmet, Russell Gage, Mason Crosby, and Seattle's defense on that team. My team, I have Justin Herbert, Justin Jefferson, Debo, Leonard Fournette, Josh Jacobs, Jared Cook, Nick Chubb, Ryan Suckup, and the Dallas defense. Of course, Dallas will be going up against the football team. And I said the football team was going to win. Broncos against the Loser Lions. The Loser Lions party comes to an end. And in the words of Eminem, snap back to reality. The Broncos will win that. Bengals against the 49ers. This is actually going to be a good game, but I'm picking the 49ers. I really think with players like Debo returning, it should be a win. Buccaneers against the Bills. The Bills' skid continues as Tom Brady is just going to roll through with a big win. Packers against the Fire Matt Nagy squad, otherwise known as the, who do you call them? Chicago Bears. That's right. Lock of the week, going to be the Packers. And the Cardinals-Rams, big Monday Night Football game out there. I am picking the Cardinals. That should be one of the biggest games of the 2021 season. And to think that's going to be on Monday night could quite easily be the NFC representative in the Super Bowl. So, of course, kind of an interesting schedule here as we are almost out of time here. Next week, I have other commitments, so I cannot arrive at this studio. So next week, I'm going to do my show at home, playing one of my favorite video games. What it is, I have no idea, but what I do know is that it's going to be home next week because of other commitments. Then December 22nd, of course, wait, hold on. December 15th, I will debut Tommy's picks for, what do you call it? College basketball, high school basketball, hopefully, for both boys and girls. December 22nd will be another episode of Tommy Maroon Sports Show, hopefully with me here back in the studio. And we're going to look at the top 5 worst Christmas films of all time. You might be asking yourself, what does this have to do with sports? Nothing, of course. I just thought I'd give away my list of what I think the 5 worst Christmas movies are. Can you take a guess what number 1 is? I hope you can. It's pretty obvious what it will be once you learn about it. I'm not going to give it away, though. And then December 29th, because WCTV is going to be closed, I'm going to have to tape from home. So that's how it's going to be for the next 3 weeks. Well, that's it. That's all the time we have left. Be sure to look on Tommy Maroon Sports tomorrow, the YouTube channel, which next year is featuring Baldwin Wallace Sports. Hence the name change, because a rebrand. And how exciting can rebrands be when you're covering 2 schools at once? You're covering Highland and BW, hopefully. Anyways, I'm going to be announcing the Highland Copley game there, so please be sure to watch it because that girls' basketball team is very good. Till then, so long.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.